You are definitely feeling that. You know what I mean? It's nothing but positive vibes, and the beauty of it is that's all I'm looking at anyway. You know, so a lot of times you talk to. Oh, there we go.
We there? Yeah. So a lot of times you probably talk to Alex Volkanovski. You know, the guy that I've always been. You know what I mean? But today you're talking to the champ. You know what I mean? And that's something that I want to wear this crown. You know what I mean? I earned it. You know what I mean? I deserve it. So I don't have to feel like I'm being cocky by owning that crown that I deserve to wear. So that's mate, it's beautiful, really. You know, the freedom I have even just chatting to you guys, man, it's incredible. But again, you're talking to the champ now, not just a regular bloke from down the road, which I've always been, and I sort of pride myself on that. But hey, it's time to really own that and wear that crown proudly.
So maybe we have to address you as like Mr. Volkanovski now or something.
yeah, champ. You addressed me as champ today. After this, you can call me Alex. It's all good.
All right, champ. Well, the thing that's cool is I really feel like you are finally starting to get that recognition, right? Like, I think the doubters are gone. Has that been important to you at all to finally hear that and see that? I mean, I know you always believed in yourself, but to now hear it and see it from other people, is that important to you?
Man, look, it is. I've been obviously sound like a broken record all week about it. The best thing about this is that I don't care, right? I don't care about that. But yes, it's definitely changed. But I've changed, I'm not looking for the negatives. And this was only recently where I was like, what are you doing? I was like paying way too much attention to all that type of stuff and, letting that just put weight on my shoulders for nothing. It was holding me back. I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be free, as I'm trying to say. Where now, yes, it has changed, but what's better about it is that the fact that I don't care if it didn't. You know what I mean? I really don't. If I wasn't getting it, whatever. Who cares? Move on. You will jump on board soon. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now, and that's what I love about it. But yeah, it's definitely changing, and it's good.
The names that you've been beating, obviously Ortega, Holloway, Aldo. I mean, now you look at Zombie. I just wonder where you see like your excitement level. I mean, he's a guy that's been around for a long time, of course, but B, maybe also like the challenge. I mean, those guys were the specialists at what they do. This guy's, more of a veteran than necessarily the clear number one contender. So where does your excitement level and the challenge level live here for you?
Oh man, I'm pumped for this. I'm absolutely pumped. Obviously it's a new face. It's not really a new face, but I mean obviously across Octagon for me. But he's definitely a familiar face. He's been around forever. It's a guy that I've always wanted to fight. I've always thought I was going to fight. You know what I mean? It's a Zombie. He's been at the top of the game ever since this featherweight division has ever started. So. It was something that, this is a legacy fight. This is someone, I've taken out a lot of the legends and I want to keep taking out legends. So he's definitely one of them. He's earned this spot, he definitely has. So I'm motivated 100%. Again, I'm going to be motivated no matter who's in front of me because there's expectation what I want, out of myself. So I'm going to go out there and do my thing, but unfortunately for him, you know what I mean? I'm happy for him that he got a title shot. It's probably going to be his last title shot. And again, I don't want to say I'm looking past him like I'm cocky, but I mean, where I'm at right now, I can't see myself being beaten. We did him a solid by giving him this last shot, but that's it. That's as far as this favour goes, because I'm going to take that away from him. But yeah.
I was gonna, his reputation obviously well deserved, but the killers that you've been facing. I mean, does he do any, is there any one particular thing that he does? Like, oh man, we haven't seen this before, or man, we got to really be careful for this.
Oh, there's plenty. Yeah, there definitely is. Especially. Like you talk about guys that are, obviously come forward and they're gamers and that, right? There's plenty of them. But he'll put your lights out at the same time. He'll eat one and give one. Literally eat one and give one, which is always fun. It's going to be a fun fight. Obviously, it's going to be a crowd pleaser, that's for sure. But it's going to leave a lot of openings for me. You know what I mean? I'm going to be calculated. I'm not going to be silly. A lot of people are, you're going to try and top the last one. I'm not going out there to try and top it to make everyone happy. It's just this fight is what I'm expecting to happen anyway, whether it tops it or not, but I mean, it's going to be a banger because that's just how he fights and I'm going to make him pay. You come at me and try and find my chin and walk forward to me, I'm going to make you pay. I'm going to make you miss and I'm going to be capitalising on every opening that he gives me. So I'm looking forward to going in there and put on a show and just showing everyone where I'm at right now.
Nice. Last thing for me, I guess, now that there really is no question as to whether you're the champion or deserving, whatever, what do you want to accomplish with the reigns? It feels like it's starting now, you know what I mean? So what do you want to accomplish as champion?
Oh man, just keep doing what I'm doing. I think this is a new part right now. Like I said, what we just talked about, you know what I mean? Just where I'm at right now, headspace and everything. You know what I mean? This is where you're going to see me like with the freedom that I talk about, talking to you guys outside 5 week and in the octagon. People are going to see that and they're going to see me really own that. You know what I mean? And that's obviously going to add to the legacy as well. But I want to keep taking these guys out. You know what I mean? And I've got a division to hold. I will do that. Then we're going to talk about other divisions and all that. Yeah, we'll do that. But right now, I want to defend this baby a few times this year. I want 3 fights this year. And again, it's going to be a big, massive year for me. And it starts Saturday night. Well, it starts now.
Alex, you're right over here.
Yeah.
A lot of talk coming into this, or I guess the debate is starting whether you're the greatest featherweight ever. Where do you think you stand right now? Of course, I think the 3 people in there are Max Holloway and Jose Aldo, and you, of course, have beaten them both, one guy twice. So do you feel like you've already solidified that, or do you think this is the fight that does it? Do you have more work to do?
Look, man, I believe I've still got more work to do. You know what I mean? I give Aldo the respect to be champion for as long as he was. He's incredible. You know what I mean? No matter the opposition that I'm facing, obviously with guys like himself and Max and that, I think, you know, I'm fighting absolute killers. Like it's pretty clear. But at the same time, to be champion that long, you know, there's going to be days you don't show up, bad weight cuts, injuries, you name it. You know what I mean? We've all done it, and it's a nightmare to not be on a day you've got to go out there and defend your belt. And for him to be able to be champion for so long, that's saying something. Do I think I need that many defenses? No, I don't. Do I think I'm there right now? No, I'm not going to claim that yet. I'm going to go out and do my thing. People want to claim it for me, all good, but I still got some work to do.
And with this 10-0 run in the UFC so far that you're on, just going off what you said there, sometimes things don't click on the night of the fight. What do you think has been the one for you where, despite getting the victory, it's maybe been the hardest lead up to the fight or the actual fight itself you didn't feel right?
There's going to be a few, but obviously there's an obvious one. You know, fight Island was obviously a tricky one, and that's why I fighting with no crowd. You know, obviously it was a short camp. That was a short notice fight. Just a few things like that. You know what I mean? Like some days you aren't going to turn up. You know what I mean? But to not turn up and still win, now that's saying something. Against the best, you know what I mean? It's really saying something. So that's why I give him that respect. You know what I mean? Because I know how hard it can be. You know what I mean? And that's why I love these crowds again, man. Like it's incredible being in front of you guys. You know, just soaking up all the energy. You know, last one was incredible, and I can't wait to go out there and put on a show again.
And last thing, of course, there's the talk about Max Holloway maybe being the backup here. Do you know if he's weighing in on Friday? Do you know if he's coming here?
Oh man, look, I don't even know if that was even. You know, I think that was me again. What I was talking about. This was only me things that I was how I was, right. This is stuff that I've really started to overcome lately. So you know, I don't even know if he was even saying that, or he was asking that. That was me looking into what people are saying. You know, maybe you guys were saying, I don't know. You know, that's me looking at stuff like, why are you looking for this sort of stuff? But that's where I was at. You know what I mean? And here I was, and then I would end up saying stuff. Why was I doing that? For the haters. I wanted something to prove to the haters. You know, I'm doing all this sort of stuff and letting these negative comments that I'm talking about and all that sort of negativity get to me. Where I was like, so I'm making silly decisions purely to prove people wrong and all that type of stuff. Where now you ain't gonna see me making them decisions for them reasons. You know what I mean? So that's again, it was obviously unfortunate for him, and we'll see what happens later. But yeah, man, it's I sort of forgot the question where you went. I end up rambling like I like to do.
Alex over here, sir. Champ, excuse me.
Yep.
Big events. You're closing the show once again with the big bantamweight grudge match on the card. There's the Khamzat Chimaev Gilbert Burns fight. I'm sure you envisioned being that guy on the poster and being the main event in these cards, but what has that been like for you, and has it lived up to your expectations? Has it exceeded your expectations?
Oh man, like we knew this was going to be a big fight. Obviously, it's a stack card. There's a lot of hype around it. People are going nuts about it, so it's good. You know what I mean? It's definitely what I expected, if not more. You know what I mean? Again, there's a good buzz, a real good energy and feel to the whole week, where I'm at, everything, and just how the week's going. So nothing but positive vibes on my end.
Zombie was in here earlier, very complimentary of you. Feels like you're the most well-rounded fighter that he's fought in his career, but he also says, as well-rounded as you are, he's better at each and every aspect of the game that you're at. He's even better than you are. What's your response to that? You think it's just him just being very confident heading into a fight, or do you think he truly believes that? What do you think about his confidence?
Oh man, like again, you're gonna, as you say, you're gonna try and say the right things, right? So that's what you want to hear. That's what his fans want to hear, right? So people are gonna say that, and but you know, at the end of the day, I don't think he is better than me at all them things. But you can be good. Like I've fought wrestlers, I've fought strikers and all that, and I've beat them at their own game, even if people thought they were better than me. Why? Because I'm so well well-rounded, and the way I put it together, I go, that's the thing. He wants to separate these things, these sports. I blend it all together better than anyone. So you got my, obviously, I think I'm one of the greatest athletes there is right now. I bust my ass to be in that position. Then I've got the fight IQ, resilience, durability, fight, everything. I got so many tools that come into play. Him relying on, even the way you said that, talking about, I'm better at the grappling and sort of separating them is where I know I'm levels above him. And I don't mean that in any disrespect, but that's how I see it. I go, I could, if I had to do someone that was a jiu-jitsu guy, as you've seen, MMA is different. You can go and you can get me. Obviously you got me in some bad positions, but I get up, I'm gonna punch your head through the canvas. You hold and guard, you be there, be prepared to be punched in the face. You don't get to chill and do things. This is a different game. You got cages in the way, you got striking, you got different looks, you got fakes. There's so many things that come to play. So if he really does think he's better than me at these places, that doesn't matter anyway. But